Hello, Jeanette. How are you doing?
I am pleased that my air conditioner is working because we are starting to getting to the heat of summertime and I love it.
Beautiful summer. I love it too. This is the best time of year. Yes.
It is living in BC, it goes down to like 12 or 13 at night, and then we get that beautiful sunshine. So it's the most
Jazz
beautiful.
Festival is coming up. Just a couple more
Yes,
weeks.
yes. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
in a week and a half, where I live out in Aldergrove in the township, you live in Fort Langley, I live in Aldergrove. We've got the Aldergrove Fair that is bigger, better, and I believe the theme this year is history.
Ah,
It's got like history of the farmers coming to the fair. So music and fun and farming. There you go.
wow. Yeah. Okay. Hey, should we get into some market numbers?
Yeah, because I think your followers would want to know why they would want to live in the township after we just told them about
Fraser
what's going on.
Valley. Okay. So I will share and away we go. Are we there? Yes, we are. Okay. Look at that. Sunshine, boats, and July the 11th. So let's take a look at our Fraser Valley active listings. Our supply of new inventory was 3,618 listings coming into the market with it's a 9.7% decrease, 9% from the same month last year. The Fraser Valley Real Estate Board processed 1,195 sales during the month of June. That's a 1% increase compared to May, but it's a 9.3% decrease from June of last year. So we're seeing listings coming down a bit, and we are seeing sales increase a little bit, but still down from last year. Our total inventory was 10,842 listings. That's up 2% from May and a 30% from June of 2024. That's 30%. So the overall active sales to active listings ratio is 11%, which we are firmly in buyer market territory. Putting that onto a graph, let's just take a look at that. So here you can see June. This is our active listings coming in, 3,618. Sales, 1,195. Not very many sales compared to how many listings. Yes, go ahead.
No, I'm just going like,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. But you can take a look at last month. We had 4,000 new listings coming in and about the same amount of sales. So you can see that the inventory is tightening up a little bit, but it's still more than last year. If the trend continues, then we will see a bit more strengthening in terms of pricing and selection going down a little bit. What it does also tell me is that sellers are starting to take their homes off the market, or they're not thinking about selling, and that could be because it's summer,
Right.
right? I've got to move this graph over here because I can't see where my numbers are.
Oh,
So here you can see this is all asset classes. This is how many months of inventory there are. There's 5 to 7 months. We're at 9 here. So it's been roughly the same as last month, but in April it was 9.6 months. So we're kind of leveling off a little bit in terms of inventory. But take a look at 2021 and 2023. These were the crazy months, and now we're in the crazy months of buyer market. And if we break that a little bit further down, here we can see that condominiums have increased in terms of just slightly from 7.6 to 7.8 months of inventory. Townhomes, they decreased slightly from 5.9 months to 5.8 months of inventory. And detached homes have come down from 9.5 months of inventory to 9.1 months of inventory. And also, too, if you look at, and we will, look at sale prices, you can see that of the three types of homes, the detached homes have come down the most. And so I think too that the detached homes are taking their homes off the market, and we're starting to see a bit more of a decrease in price. The HPI home price index is at 1,458,600. The townhomes are sitting there at 824,400. And the condominium condos are sitting there at 526,500. Almost flat, these two, almost flat. Taking a little bit more at Langley, where condominiums are up slightly from 5.6 to 5.9 of inventory. Townhomes, look at that. Still not enough inventory out there. 4.6 down. It just went down quite a bit. But Langley's always the place to be.
Yeah,
And
true.
inventory on the detached homes has dropped from 7.9 months of inventory down to 6.2. So that's a pretty significant drop in terms of inventory. We look at pricing. You can see again, pricing of detached homes, 1,632,100 down to 1,600,800, and but the townhomes, barely changed, went down a little bit, 863,600 to 859,700, and same with condos, 605,300 to 599,800. So we're seeing, detached homes coming down more significantly than townhomes and condominiums, and that's indicative throughout the whole market. And that's where we are. That's our market update for this month. If you are thinking about getting in, this may be the time to do it.
Well, Andy, I've got some questions, my friend, after that.
Sure.
So by showing, first of all, about the townhomes, that's fascinating to me about the townhomes. What's a buyer going to benefit from this? Either are they going to benefit or not benefit from the inventory level that's out there? Because
with inventory up 30% year over year, for buyers, it means it's a great opportunity. There's more inventory, more choice, less pressure, lots of time to negotiate. You're not priced out of the market. It's more balanced for you. The interest rates are lower. And what I'm thinking is that there's a lot of hesitation in the marketplace and buyers are not jumping in. That hesitation, if you do find the right home for you and purchase, that hesitation is to your benefit because it just gives you more choice and it gives you better negotiating power. And when the buyers will, on the majority of them, when they do jump in, when they see the market starting to turn around. And so now you've lost that little window of opportunity to be at the bottom of the market as opposed to when it starts climbing back up again.
So let's move on to, as we know, we are a very unique area out here in the Fraser Valley. We have Langley City, we have the township, what I like to call that donut that's been bitten out by Surrey on the one side. What trends are you seeing in Langley? Because we have such a diversity of properties, historic to farms to, Brookswood, a very existing, area. What are you seeing in the way of market trends for Langley?
Yeah. Langley still remains very popular, but as with the rest of the market, it is cooling. Detached homes are seeing a lot more room for negotiation. That said, anything well priced and move-in ready, especially in walkable areas, is still selling. And if like you said, Langley is a prized township, city, place to be. Abbotsford is a little bit further away. Surrey has a certain reputation, and there are pockets of places where you can really feel comfortable raising your family in areas of Cloverdale like that, but it's all connected to Langley. And I'm also seeing too, like places like Fort Langley, where prices didn't really change a lot. They're still holding, and that means that the intrinsic value of living in Langley is there. That in a down market, if you're seeing that it's holding its own, that means that your future investment is good.
Yeah, and I can say from living on this side of the township, from you, living in Aldergrove, I can see that very smart, the development that they've now got going on. A couple of years ago, the mall was gone. And much like Fort Langley, we're very walkable. Like there's lots of childcare out here. There's, the Freshco. It is like you can walk. There's not a bunch of hills and stuff like that to, take a walk, to go to a park, go to a coffee shop in downtown Aldergrove, much like in Fort Langley, in Langley City for that matter.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah, so I encourage you, everybody, to really tap into Andy because he knows the smart. What is it, Andy? 27 years, 30 years, 33 years? How many years have you been doing real estate now?
Yeah, it's I think we're up to 33 years. That's a long time.
That's a lot of knowledge. I'm going that road instead, my friend. So, I think we should leave it there because when's
Yes.
the next rate adjustment, just so we know?
It's at the end of the month. I think it was July 29th. I could be off by a day or so, but yeah, that's when we're going to see the next rate adjustment. Like I'm seeing a lot of forecasts where it's just going to remain the same. But it's a great rate. It's 2.75. That's for a prime. And mortgages, they go on the bond market and stuff like that. But if you get a variable, you're at a fantastic rate, and with pricing being softer and more inventory out there, yeah, now's the time to do it.
The last question I'm going to ask you: do you have any open houses coming up this weekend?
Oh yes, yeah, I've got 2 open houses. I'm working both Saturday and Sunday in the field. 02-20881 56th Avenue. It's a 2-bedroom condo. Asking price $559,500. Nice updates. It's 1,026 square feet. Nicely central in Langley City, the township Langley City. And also too on 204B on Sunday, 2 to 4, 8217, number 49. This place is over 3,300 square feet. It's a detached home in a strata, so everything on the outside is looked after. You don't have to worry about it. It has a green space behind it. It has 2 master bedrooms or 2 primary bedrooms, and it's a wonderful place to live. And it's sitting there available for Sunday, 2 to 4. Come on by. I'd love to meet and talk with you.
Well, there you go. So we've got our open houses. We've got our calendar planned for events in this lovely place called the Langleys. So I will see you next month, my friend, and let's see how the numbers work for you.
Yes. Take care, and we'll talk to you all soon.